Piracy has been affecting the games industry ever since the beginning. Developers and publishers really don't like it when people pirate their games, and they'll go to extreme lengths to try and stop it. But most companies wouldn't go to the lengths of including malware in the game just to stop one pirate.
Flight Sim Labs, an add-on developer for Flight Simulator X, found themselves in some turbulence this week, ha ha ha. It emerged that they'd deliberately packaged actual malware, that thing you get antivirus software to protect your PC against, with one of their add-ons. Flight Sim Labs are one of many developers who make additional content for Flight Simulator X, like additional planes and mods. One such add-on was a full recreation of the Airbus A320X, and when some players tried to install it, the add-on was triggering their antivirus. Reddit user Cranky Recursion decided to examine his copy of the add-on out of curiosity, and he found it contained an embedded file called test.exe. Cranky Recursion posted his findings to the Flight Sim subreddit, where he said, quote, "There seems to be a file called test.exe included. This .exe file is touted as a Chrome password dump tool, which seems to work." Turns out Flight Sim Labs had included malware in their installer, which is designed to extract saved logins and passwords from Google Chrome.
The Flight Simulator community were pissed off about this, and head of Flight Sims Labs, Lefteris Calamaris, quickly claimed the malware was actually an anti-piracy tool, a form of DRM. In a post on the Flight Sim Lab forums, Calamaris claimed the person who made the Reddit post outing the malware was actually using a pirated copy of the add-on. He wrote, "First of all, there are no tools used to reveal any sensitive information of any customer who has legitimately purchased our products." And I think that's the important bit there. It's not collecting any data of anybody who has legitimately purchased our products. Not going into too much detail because it implies there that if you've not legitimately bought it, we're taking your info.
Yeah, it's that classic line in it. If you're innocent, you got nothing to worry about, mate.
Calamaris then goes on to say the text.exe file is included in all copies of the add-on installer, but is only triggered if the user is deemed a pirate. If the malware is triggered, it checks the user's serial number against the database of serial numbers shared on websites like the Pirate Bay. Calamaris wrote, "That program is only extracted temporarily and is never under any circumstances used in legitimate copies of the product. The only reason why this file would be detected after the installation completes is only if it was used with a pirate serial number, not blacklisted numbers. This method has already successfully provided information that we're going to use in our ongoing legal battles against such criminals."
So it sounds like they're saying there that it was just there in the pirated versions of the game, and even then they were only using it temporarily. But if you only use a gun temporarily, it's still pretty damaging. That's their position. They're saying that they were only doing this to fight piracy, and it was only even in pirated games or pirated versions of the game, and that's how they know that the person who made the post on Reddit was a pirate, according to them.
I think the problem is that it was in all versions of the game, right? But it only triggers if you're pirated version. Yeah. So that's why legitimate purchasers of the game got it triggered on their antivirus software. Hang on a minute, what you're trying to install here is malware. What I've paid for this game, how is that true? And it's quite ironic when he goes, "We're only using it to use in our ongoing legal battles against such criminals." Is it legal to do what he's doing?
Yeah, exactly. If you get information illegally, you can't use it in court, can you? Surely there's a law there, right? However, players remained unconvinced by Calamaris' reasoning. Flight Sim Labs have since actually removed the malware from the installer completely, and Calamaris admitted this was a bit heavy-handed as an anti-piracy measure. But there's another update to this story that just makes it all the weirder. In a follow-up post, Flight Sim Labs said the malware was aimed at the people who were cracking the add-ons and distributing them for free. Calamaris wrote, "There were specific crackers who were successful in sidetracking our protection system. We could not find out how this would happen. We even went so far as to figure out exactly who the cracker was. We have his name available upon request of any authorities. We found through the IP addresses tracked that the particular cracker had used Chrome to contact our servers, so we decided to capture his information directly and only his information.
Flight Sim Labs' claims have since been analysed by security firm Fidus InfoSec, who decided to look into the nature of their anti-piracy practices. In their analysis, Fidus InfoSec ruled the text.exe file was indeed malicious, and it could successfully extract usernames and passwords from Chrome. But Fidus did find the password tool only activated if a blacklisted serial was used, much like Flight Sim Labs claimed. Since the story broke, Flight Sim Labs have yet to reveal how many usernames and passwords they obtained through the malware, and there is also the fact that what Flight Sim Labs did is highly illegal in many countries.
So because of the malware that they had distributed, they were able to get this guy's information and personal details, and now they're writing on forums saying, we've got this guy's name, we can give it to the police if they ask for it. But to do that, every player has had to face the prospect of, if you're installing this add-on, you've had to have this stuff on your computer, and yeah, okay, it only triggers if you're a pirate or you're using a pirated serial number, which there's a load of serial numbers that will be on Pirate Bay that pirates can use to get, activate the product. If it matches up with that, then it'll trigger the malware, and the malware can just root around in your Chrome information, get your login details and all your personal information, your IP addresses, anything they want basically. And that's what people are complaining about, and I think bloody rightfully so. This is a very weird story, I think. Weirdly heavy-handed.
Yeah, it's not right what they're doing. You can see why they want to do it. They want to crack down on piracy, right? They want to stop people from taking versions of their games without paying for it. I mean, that's their right to want that. Should you break the law in order to stop other people breaking
Batman,
the law?
Isn't it? It's like no. How dark do you have to go to fight the criminals? Obviously, loads of money in these add-ons. The add-ons are pretty expensive for simulators, and yeah, flight simulators more than any, I guess. So they obviously want to protect that income, and this is just not the way to do it.
This just sucks what they're doing. It sucks. Stop it. Get better. Do better. So what do you reckon? Do you think this guy has gone too far in trying to crack down on crackers? Let us know what you think down in the comments below. Like the video. If you've enjoyed it, subscribe if you're new around here. Check out another video on your screen there. Support us on Patreon if you're pretty good. We'll see you again in the next video. Until then, bye for now.